setup here, but they whiffed on that one. They initially Whisper wanted to get aggressive, but now maybe on the second go around they can still win this out. Now Lotus is too good. Malady's going to be able to heal up. In fact, even has enough for the blood grenade. Doesn't die. He'll kill himself now, but the experience will be deprived from Heroic. A one for, I mean, not even one. It was like half a hero for 2.
I think they should have just pulled the early waves and then fought when they had level 3 on both heroes. I think they're trying to fight this too early. Gyro's super strong, especially with the drinking buddies early. That's a tough challenge. Like you said, they're trying to challenge the lane, which I kind of respect, but I don't think they played for any distinct timing to take that challenge on, and now they find themselves pretty far behind. This gyrocopter's level 5 at the 5-minute mark. That's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, there's no challenging it anymore.
Yeah, this lane's donezo. In fact, Whisper, he is into the jungle. He has some stacks, which will help. But this is pretty much a complete sacked lane now. Of course, Darkseer's super efficient in the jungle, so his net worth will be fine. It's just the net worth, the experience differential is going to be insane on this bottom lane.
One of these aggressive wards, one of them might stay, but they have already pinged the high ground ward, so they know that Theo, because of their defensive wards earlier, was trying to punish Chira Jr., and he might still get it. They got the toss back here with the Malefice. No black hole from Tai Lung. He feels like he can run him down anyway. Not the case, and now the snowball turnaround. Tai Lung throws out the black hole, but it's not enough to kill Chira Jr. Oh,
should have just black holed him.
He should have just black holed him from the start.
Got a little greedy there. If he had his drum, I think you can hold that black hole, because Eidolons will kill him with the drum charge, but he didn't have it for that play. Did his courier get sniped? Is that what happened? Yeah, his courier got killed by Watson as well at the end of that. Man, he loses out on the kill, doesn't waste the black hole, doesn't get his drum for that play. Again, I feel you're forcing that right before that item comes out and makes that play significantly easier. These little timings matter a lot when people are reading these moves, and they get the double D ward, I think. Yeah, they killed both obs. Yeah, they killed the one on the high ground and the one behind the tier 1. That's a nasty sequence of events there for Heroic, trying to take advantage of this Enigma matchup mid, but just not executing it well enough to snowball.
I wonder if he studied the ward game. Oh, they're gonna try and take the Wisdom Shrine. If they studied the ward game, I wonder if Heroic are kind of stagnant in where they place their wards, because they have been. Yandex has gotten some really good de-warding in. Trying to toss him away, but stacking up the heroes. Theodore is going to die. Somebody get inside the Wisdom Shrine. They're not going to get the Wisdom Shrine. They will get the kill on Watson, but it's going to be so costly. They lost the experience, a TP away from Malady, so they won't even get the other kill out of this situation. A 1 for 2 with their Wisdom Shrine stolen away from them. These supports are going to be struggling on Heroic.
At least the Chen can jungle a bit to catch up, but this Tiny he is going to be sacrificed in this game. He's very far behind in terms of XP. We'll have to make it up with some kills later on. Nice kill for Yuma. Again, that gyro is really high level, so it's always nice to bring him down. Tough target to fight in these early skirmishes with Max Barrage. Yuma's got to do some
They're
work.
going to go for Yuma. Oh, got him on the shackle. Now Malik is going to follow it up. Running over Yuma. Yuma trying to heal himself as much as he can with the death pack. The Avalanche will cover him a bit here. A little bit of AoE hits, almost killed him. Power shot does not land, otherwise it would have been the kill on Yuma. But he slips away into the night. Now Tai Lung's going to come in, but Yuma's too low. I mean, he does have a death pact if they want to risk it.
There's no black hole here. Needs to wait for Eidolons 1 second.
Drums pops out.
Viola Cord. He got some weird pathing on that tree line. The execution just feels clumsy here for Heroic.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so many little things adding up here. Still kind of okay in this game. Just need to find something with this next black hole. Again, another kind of defensive game for Yandex, where they're letting Heroic make these little moves and just stonewalling them. Not giving them good openings. Getting the stacks up. There's Ancients being built by Soxa right now. So again, it's not we're offensively looking for some play with Primal Beast. It's we're just letting you fail a gank and we're stacking Ancients, and Malik's going to catch up that way. The XP difference, already 3 levels, 20%. A lot of it's got to be on this gyro, 8.25.
It's huge.
Dude, levels are just so good on this hero compared to a lot of carries because you can just gate, you can fight early. Like, he uses the levels to gain more levels. You can farm stacks sooner in the game. This is a big threat. It is also a hero that can show up with flak against Eidolons in some of these early fights and help clear them out a bit, which is nice. It's a lot of Enigma strength as these Eidolons with the drum charge behind them.
Yeah, him and Tusk were to go through the gate right now. It might surprise Tai Lung, who's camping out here against the Primal Beast.
He's been sitting up here a long time trying to land this black hole, but no cigar.
Now a smoke under vision. It actually feels like as this series has gone on, Heroic is being read more and more.
We'll get an ancient block, but there's no wards on this tiny. There's no mid tower to flank. Maybe you can find Viper here, but this feels like a wasted smoke. Big stacks in this triangle right now.
And once again, it seems like the MO for Yandex is they're willing to play a little bit more defensive, a little bit more passive, and play for the economy game and let Heroic crash into them if necessary.
A good strategy against aggressive oriented teams who often don't pick necessarily better scale. You just put a lot of pressure on them and you make them execute in an elimination series. It's definitely how that old Secret used to play.
Yeah. Now that efficiency is going to pay out, they will actually get the gold lead off of farming this ancient stack.
I would love to see like the ancients farmed discrepancy in this game. It's got to be super Yandex favored. I mean, they stacked up all that triangle, but they've also basically been clearing the bottom ones with the Tusk Gyro tag team.
Theo goes through the gate, but is immediately met by Watson and Malady. They'll run him down off of the snowball. Very easy.
He's just getting abused on this time. And the more you run around and try and make something happen that's impossible, the less you're stacking, farming, getting levels, pushing towards that blink. It just compounds your difficulties. It's Heroic struggling to find openings here.
Tai Lung, he knows that this safe lane tower, they can't hold it. With the gyrocopter coming through the gate, most of the strength of the Enigma is gone since you can't rely on the Eidolons, so just got to give it up.
The dewarding game from Yandex, it was strong this time around. Like, they really read these moves well, killed that early vision, and then without the early vision, it's a lot harder to get these little angles in the woods, get the toss backs, maybe gank the primal top. We saw Tai Lung, he's still looking for this black hole top. I feel like it's been like 5 minutes up here.
Yeah, Malik's, he's like,
he just reads him
right.
every time.
Look at that, here's Tai Lung back to hanging around here.
Though the vision game is just way too good right now.
Yeah.
So if you're Heroic, the way around that is either, I mean, you can always deward, but that's easier said than done, is to just push. Like, just start hitting these towers and force reactions out of Yandex to then either abuse somewhere else or just take the head-on fight if you think you're that strong with the summons push.
The offlane tower is going to fall, and we have 30 seconds till the Wisdom Shrine is back up. So Watson and Malady are in a position to invade, as is the Enigma and Chen on the other side of the map. Who's going to go where, though? Who's going to defend what side of the map? The Enigma's going to come back to fight for their Wisdom Shrine, so they're not going to go for the invasion. And Yandex back up in turn. Malady does not overextend himself, doesn't even get caught by this setup. Maybe the surge catch, but no, look at that. He just drags himself out of there with the drinking buddies out of range. And now the turnaround. Malik's going to come through the gate, join in on this smoke with a fresh blink dagger to make the initiation. This could be rough for Heroic.
There's a vacuum
Whisper.
stomp.
He surges back. Does manage to get the grab on him. Immediately gets canceled by Avalanche trying to charge away, but the onslaught doesn't let him go anywhere.
Maybe he just assumed they weren't all there, but that is a crazy jump into that ball. Like, what? There's no way you get a pulverize off against this lineup if they're grouped. So Heroic bringing the numbers and just kind of baiting Yandex into a... Yeah, see, that's why you should have just played defensive and stacked Ancients. You try and make a move in this game, immediately decimated off of it.
Yeah, honestly, no point. You just hang out until you get Ags on Viper, and then Viper frontlines for you, and that can change everything. But actually starting engagements, just kind of, right now anyway, feels unnecessary.
Especially into the 5-man. You look at this Heroic lineup. I mean, what does this lineup want to do? 5-man. That's it. Like, yeah, Klinks is going to run around the map and do some stuff, but this lineup is built around Shen, Enigma, Darkseer, getting auras, getting this clumped going, making heroes invincible. You don't want to just ram your head into that unnecessarily. It's going to be a tall order.
Nice ward drop there from Tai Long.
That's a sneaky one.
Yeah, sees some of the heroes chasing after him.
Yeah, Heroic stabilized this game. They didn't force too many bad moves after the clunky start. They just slowly get into their items. And that is the power of Chen. In these games that are static, Chen is king, man. He farms faster, he clears more of the dead camps, and he builds a net worth lead on his own. And he returns that net worth into favorable scaling for your lineup.
And between him having the mech done and the pipe about to be done for Whisper, the ball just becomes more and more intimidating. But Heroic got to actually get something done with that ball. That time is coming soon. The Roshan, Tormentor, Wisdom Shrine, that 19, 20, 21 minute timing.
And to me, this is, I didn't talk about this, but the oddest pick in this entire draft to me was this Wind Ranger, in some sense.
Okay.
It is a Soxa specialty. He plays this hero super well, and it's like a ranged stunner that kind of fits their lineup, but this hero is notoriously bad against group up and auras as a support, and it doesn't farm the map that fast. So if you were expecting him to play a defensive style with stacking and getting fat, this isn't really the hero you want for that. And if you were expecting Heroic to ball up with auras of like Enigma and Darkseer and Chen, you saw the Enigma Chen, right?
Yep.
Wind Ranger's pretty bad into that too. So it's kind of like, why did you want this hero over something that would just farm or push waves or scale a little better, you know? Like even like some coddle type hero, like anything with wave shove could have been more interesting to me and in Sox's wheelhouse for sure. I'm actually surprised he went for it here. They used to play this a lot with the Slardar combination, and then it has just some more intrinsic value, but they don't really have combos with it here. So there's a big question mark for me in this game is, can Soxa keep up his farm and impact relative to the other supports here?
I do think Windrun is very value in this game. And that could allow Soxa to play more forward as a 4 position in this game, to farm camps, to break smokes like the one that just hit Jared Jr., and have a chance to survive. That's really the only thing I see from it.
Yeah, it's good against the Klinks directly, I guess, but...
And the Enigma as well.
I'm a little
can't really interact with them too much.
A little worried for him, and that is a massive pickoff. That was the Ags Viper that just got tossed into Centaur Stomp. Instant kill, instant into the Roche. Amp damage in the river for Yuma. Things aligning right now for Heroic, and are they going to take this fight without the Viper?
Yeah, Yandex trying to do this 4 versus 5 with Tai Lung just ready to go with his Blink Dagger. If they get the jump, oh, it's going to be the Gyrocopter tossed into the black hole. It does get canceled, but they're pulled back into the vacuum. It's already done. They get him inside the snowball, and we'll see if anybody can actually get out of this situation. No. There goes the Primal Beast. A shard up in a second, formality, but he's just going to get run down the whole way through. Heroic. They force the Roshan, use the opportunity to get a fight out of Yandex. Yandex got to be regretting trying to contest this.
That ward was so valuable. You get a toss back on the Viper mid showing on the way, then you get a toss back on the Gyro off this nice ward up top. And that is easy pickings for Yuma. And that is the difference between this game and that other Enigma game. The Clinks can clean house off of these black holes, even if they don't last the full duration.
Sure.
He's not nearly as kiteable or dealable as that Ursa was. Very nice fight setup, but there's just too much sustain here. Like, look at how high everybody is in terms of HP in this fight. Hand of God. Back there's the Grease being finished.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm not even sure you can win that fight just numbers-wise, 5v5 at this point in the game if you're Yandex. I think they're underestimating the tankiness in this lineup right now. Don't they have a 0% win rate against Chen, by the way?
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. It does seem to be a problem for them. The problem that seemingly they have not fixed as they get the team fight off of the Roshan. Then off of that Roshan, it turns 20 minutes. They take Tormentor. Instead of going for the Wisdom Shrine at 21, they are going to smoke through the gate and go to the other side here. Chip away at the tier 2, see if Yandex want to take another fight around this. I mean, it didn't work the first time around, but I guess they didn't have Viper, so Yandex, they think it's possible.
Definitely way better odds with Viper and no black hole.
You get another pick off, though, off the toss him into the Centaur. Beautiful stuff. That was just sexy, man. Heroic. Put on a little bit of show there from Theolacor Whisper. That's the best bit of synergy I've seen from them the entire game.
They've been taking advantage of this Centaur creep a lot.
Yeah.
And guess what? Black hole's up in 25 seconds now. Every time you bleed off these heroes, it helps that cooldown.
Gonna grab on Theolacor as he tries once again to get a hero out of position. Will be punished heavily. BKB and a grab from Malik. I'll hold this tier 2 for now.
Jumped the gun a little bit there. Maybe not expecting full BKB done on this primal yet. But Malik's pretty farmed. Still gotta respect the net worth on these Yandex cores. Supports are falling behind, but Gyro is still super farmed. In fact, his BKB is also done. So this is a nice little BKB plus, you know, Viper Ags timing. Tankability just went up a lot here.
I like the Ghost Scepter on the Viper. That actually feels pretty necessary.
The Klink's pressure, man. He didn't buy any Ghost Scepter against Ursa, I'll tell you that much.
No.
He did not care about that, man.
Saksa, baited out by an illusion. Toss back into his death. Now let's see if Yuma and Theo can get out. Theo, definitely not. Yuma will be fine, though.
That looked like he grabbed them from so far away. What was that thing? That was a wild pulverize range, but gets the job done. Well, it's Deso charges for the Klinks, so maybe that favors Heroic slightly. But I think the tiny kill's a lot bigger here.
Can he kill Malady? Malady forced a snowball to the creep wave and nowhere to go from there, so.
Klinks is applying a lot of map pressure right now. Yandex having trouble mapping out where Yuma's running. He's getting a lot of Deso charges, up to 16 already. Level 15.
Oh, that's also super sick. He got the tier 2 mana item, and it's unleashed as well, which Klinks has a hard time with mana. A lot of mana problems on this hero, and this will allow him to stay out on map the entire game.
It's big. They're just getting everything. BKB done for the Enigma. Crimson Pipe done for Whisper. Greaves on the Chen. All the ults available. Still have Aegis for 30 seconds. They are mega strong right now. This is what Heroic wanted that other Enigma game to look like in the mid game. They just never got the ball rolling. Here they are. They are rolling the ball. See if they can keep it up. Yandex try and split the map.
Yeah, and Yandex do have that possibility. right? With the Primal Beast and what he can do with the rock throw with the ferocity.
Oh, for sure.
AoE bonus, right? He can cut waves without even showing. Then you've got, we've already talked about how Saksa, not the best at clearing out lanes, but he can at least play pretty far forward and be a nuisance with Windrun. Malady, though, at least it wasn't his cores getting caught here. That is yet another Deso charge, up to 18 bonus damage.
Put that sentry, saw the ward, knew he was screwed. Maybe we can get the D ward later on, but it'll be a quick smoke from Heroic trying to find somebody on the other side of the map taking advantage of that space. They have BKB, Blink, Black Hole available. Can also just keep pushing these waves with summons. Top is being pushed by Eidolons plus a Shelled Croaker. Bottom's being pushed by summons.
And Cheer Jr. tossed back into Tai Long.
See if he commits Black Hole. Might have to.
Yeah, might as well. With Ghost Scepter being used, this kill is drawing out a bit too long. Just throw it down the Black Hole. It's not like you you may not need it for this high ground push.
Against summons are getting the lanes in, so this wave is just running right up to you. Can always go for the toss back play as well, but you have to be a little worried about the BKBs.
Got the Pulverize onto the Clinks. They're all in for this one, but the AoE stun that came out from Thea Liqueur slowed down a lot of the damage. They finally get there, though. And, Force Staff, Yuma, any detection that keep the vision on him, and the flat cannon shots will finish him off. Thea Liqueur shot down by a power shot from Saksa. 2 quick kills, and not losing anything for it. The 4 versus 5 caught Heroic off guard.
I just walked straight into that one. Avalanche was on point, but nothing to stop that Pulverize outside of your Enigma going in with Black Hole, which of course was on cooldown. So a great play call there from Yandex, recognizing, hey, we can just all in this Clinks with our BKBs. There's no interrupt. Even though they got interrupted, they still had enough damage to bring Human down. And just perfect chain stunning here. Could not get this Hurricane Pike off. Makes a massive difference right there, because he dies to the exact last flak hit as he's regenning up. That was an 8x streak, by the way. That is 1,300 gold going Yandex's way, and it all went to Watson.
Yeah, that's nasty, man. Because he's got Daedalus, and now he is rapidly closing in on a Satanic.
That's one of those moments in this game where you might look back on it and go, you know, how would this look different if that had never happened?
Nice blink toss, stopping the onslaught there. Maledix will still get a chance to blink away. Yuma is trying to cut him off. I don't imagine he can do enough damage by himself. Maybe Theo can catch up to him with the avalanche, and that's enough. Got him on the toss, and he will fall. Saksa arrives too late with the shackle shot to stop the damage.
Man, tiny spells are just so stupid. I've been watching this hero for like 15 years, and every iteration, he's viable. His spells are just so strong.
Yeah. Remember when Craggy Exterior was an innate for him that would stun? Like, it's actually amazing how long this hero has been top tier.
Toss is a hell of a spell. Now he has an AoE aura stun. I don't even know what that is. That's just
I don't know why they
Frankensteinian design. Of course they gave it to him. They should have given it to some hero nobody has ever played, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Pugna gets an AoE aura stun. Like, okay, I get it, man. Giving it to Tiny is just a slap in the face.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like, we got to help our boy out. He's only won like 80% of all internationals that have ever existed. He needs some love, you know? Okay. Well, all eyes on Watson this game. He's big. He's bad. He's almost level 20. He's almost got Satanic. Does have the drinking buddies behind him. Does have the snowball save. He is the target that both teams are thinking about. Kind of similar to the previous game with the SF, though. Gyro you can scale into a bit easier than a Shadow Fiend. We're not going to see the same punch.
Yeah.
And he will have to think about when if he wants Divine Rapier in this game. Because I think he will need it at some point. Roche is up. There's a creep in it right now. Little golem just chilling.
Actually gonna try and do this fast enough. They're bursting through it really quickly.
You're so clumped though.
Malik, he's gonna break the smoke. Tai Lung had to back up a little bit. Windrun pushing them away.
They're just sitting there.
They gotta get into their side. They gotta get into the pit. BKB Black Hole throws it in. Roshan Aegis on the ground. Somebody grab it. It's gonna be grabbed by Watson. Tai Lung will die for this one, and Watson is so damn strong as he comes out of the pit with these flat cannon shots raining in on Heroic. Heroic full retreat from them. What was that?
What a play call, honestly. That's an insane Roche to do, but if you do it decisively, you can get there in just enough time. Heroic are late to the play. Interference run by this Primal, and the best part about that entire play was Watson going to the back of the Roche pit. Yeah. Recognizing I don't want to be killing Roche in that spot where Enigma is likely going to blind jump. I don't know what angle he's going to take. That is such a heads-up play by him. Look, both Tusk and Gyro at the back of the pit. Saves them a lot of damage. Guarantees that Watson can get that Aegis. No one else is able to get in there, and you get the cancel with the Pulverize anyway. Just heads up. Play call and execution from Yandex, completely catching Heroic off guard in this game. They're probably sitting here thinking, like, there's no way these guys just force Roche against Enigma Darkseer time. You'd have to be crazy.
A little trouble with Tormentor here, but they will manage to push through without losing anybody's life.
Starting to feel eerily similar to that other Enigma game, where you had this early advantage, you build up the auras, and then you just can't carry. You don't have the scale? I don't know.
Well, okay. No matter what happens in this game, at least theoretically, it's a pretty big difference, Ursa versus Clinks.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Enigma, right? Like, I mean, Clinks will always be able to, you know, in the right setup, a Black Hole, just cream everybody.
For sure. He still has Daedalus. He still has Ags to build. We still have Refresher Enigma to build. So we'll see what Yandex can do with this Aegis period. Big window for them to try and swing the momentum in this game.
Would you make of Yuma's choice of Lincolns to try and stop the Primal Beast jump?
It's okay here. It is a big spell to block. He can also throw it on Enigma if they land a big black hole. Like, let's say they go and get a vacuum, they black hole on top, they have 2 or 3. Throw that Lincoln's on the Enigma to stop this Pulverizer. That can be a huge play. I kind of like it for that.
Whisper in some trouble. Blink. Oh my goodness. He popped all the auras. Did not get hit by anything, was able to blink back.
Heroic definitely on the hunt right now. Love to find some pickoffs. There's a gem on this Viper. There's a gem for the Chen. So both teams are going to try and deward the map. Vision played a huge role in this game, especially early on and around that Roche pit.
Dire's top tower is under
13-13, 33 minutes in. Total Plus still favoring Heroic. I am surprised that it is favoring them as much as it is, considering Yandex's position, right? They still have a minute left on Aegis. Like, I do think that Yandex needs to get more done right now, but they're in the position to get that done. In fact, they're looking at high ground, thinking about it. Instead, maybe a smoke.
I mean, Watson is peaking right now. Like, he is mega strong. No evasion Pearson's lineup. 2 lives to work with against the big olds. There's your banner. There's your committal. What are you going to do, Heroic? Got to look for some big vacuum combo.
Leading the charge in, trying to get the toss back. Yule's trying to stop what they can. Malady and Theo both in an awkward position. It's going to be Theo slowed down and not able to make it back out. Tai Lung still playing in the far back. Did not see the opportunity for a blink black hole. It continues to wait.
Tarak's gone. That's a tiny gone.
The other lanes
Whisper
are heavily pushed in, though. Tier 3s are actually being attacked on both sides. So they took a lane of barracks, but Yandex is going to have to back out.
Kind of surprised that Whisper didn't commit there off that avalanche. That avalanche was not bad. It caught the Tusk. They were looking for the toss back play, but I think there was actually an opportunity to just go and vacuum black hole there. It's a tough call. It's a really tough call. If they get BKBs off, that fight is not going to go your way. You're still fighting into the Aegis. With Aegis gone, maybe now you have the confidence to just go and black hole this gyro and let the fight go your way. And Yuma will work towards MKB now. Did not finish the Daedalus.
Yeah, he's in a weird position item-wise.
He wishes he could just go Daedalus, but you will have to go MKB. Can't let this gyro get away with that much evasion.
All right, MKB coming out for him. The scan from Yandex. We'll see how they want to approach this. Both teams probably baiting out Power Rune. It's going to break immediately. BKB got through the Lincolns. Got the grab on the Clinks. It's all up to the black hole now. They do manage to get both the Primal Beasts as well. It's a Gyrocopter, but look at Watson. He's not taking shit for damage. He just shrugs it off, said black hole. I don't even see that shit, man. Just throw the Satanic out there. Stay full HP the entire time. Heroic. A 1-for-4 loss.
Oh boy, this is classic gyro against Enigma. And they jumped the Clinks. He's stunned for so long that even got hit by homing missile. He has no BKB. They popped that Lincoln's really fast. Shackle going in. Just chain stunned Yuma for so long. He's not able to deal any DPS here. So yeah, you land a black hole, but look, he gets stunned by missile. He's hitting nobody the entire black hole.
Oh, man.
These lineups that Heroic have drafted around the mid Enigma are just super carry DPS dependent. And Yandex have identified that, and they're going to take the opportunity to jump, Yules, stun, annoy this carry every time, and they're not worried about tanking the spells because the spells cannot kill them on their own.
Yeah, I don't care how many Lincolns or Lotuses you have. You just can't have Clinks be targeted first. It doesn't matter if you're reflecting back spells. If Clinks isn't able to do any damage.
It's a refresher on the Primal too, man. Watson's had himself a series here, man. He is owning, especially his last two games. He's had very decisive gameplay in the later fights. I think my criticism of him as a player, sometimes he can be a little slow. But it's okay to be a slow carry if you pay it back later on in the game. You can't be a slower carry and then not pay it back, but he's paying it back in these games.
Feels like Heroic are just running into a brick wall time and time again. Smoke 5-man looking for the right kind of fight. Here they'll get an opening on the Tusk. It's a pickoff. I mean, it's better than losing a team fight, which is normally the way these smokes have gone. They're going to run out there, run to their vision.
That's kind of a bad death to give up in terms of timing in the game. Well, you break a 5-man smoke as a 5, it's fine. But there is potential roach spawn.
What's
Yandex
that?
don't have info.
That was a good time to back up, man. Holy.
You give up some bad pickoffs right now, it can absolutely turn the game for either team looking at this next objective. Still don't have a refresher on Enigma. It's a big component missing here. And Saksa is done with his item. Took him 40 minutes, but he has finished first item Wind Waker, Austin.
Okay, so if you get off BKB Satanic before the black hole, Watson is untouchable. If he doesn't get that off, then you'll be able to Wind Waker save him, at least for the initial black hole.
Got options. Options are nice. Puts, again, more onus on the execution onto Heroic, who are under the gun right now. It's very tough to play in that position.
There's still the
Viper
possibility of toss save, right? Being able to get the snowball. Pre-black hole situation off of, if they try and vacuum black hole and he gets the snowball before all that.
I almost feel like if Watson, because he's going this Swift Blink, if he blinks in, I think it might be worth it to just blink next to him and snowball somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
Like pre-snowball, and then you just have this window where if anything goes in, you can nail it.
Goes after KJ. Quick execution off the punch. Revealing, getting some information. Theo's going to get the toss back, though, on Malady. Malady with the snowball, trying to delay his death. The wind run, trying to pull him out of position. The snowball back. Malady, he's actually going to try and kill Theo before he gets out of there. With a Viper, pushes forward. Buyback from KJ. Gets a grab on a Whisper. Whisper trying to get out. Got shackled, got sharded. Heroic, though, playing around it. Off of the buybacks. It's fine. Yandex. They say, all right, we chill. Wait for them to try and go again. Theo, he gets the toss back onto the Viper. But again, the damage follow-up just doesn't really look that good. A simple Ghost Scepter is enough. Yuma has to retreat away from the Viper. Heroic are now losing heroes. The
nice
black hole on the left-hand side. A really good black hole that's catching a lot of heroes. But again, not the damage to follow it up. It killed the support, but that's it. Watson, full HP with his Satanic still going. Chira Jr. will finally die. But here comes Watson. Nice little surge. That'll help Yuma get away from this gyrocopter. More buybacks being expended. The shard to finish off KJ. That's a dieback there as well as on Theo. Malady with his buyback will help ensure the Roshan for Yandex.
That was almost it, It's so close for Heroic being able to win that team fight with a pretty good vacuum black hole from the low ground. Kind of interesting setup in the end. But the Clinks cannot connect on those targets. The Clinks is trying to deal with the Viper the whole time.
Frankly, why are they separated in the first place? I feel like the only way they win a fight is if they're operating in the same areas of the fight.
Well, we'll probably see in the replay, but the second the gyro... Ooh. Not that replay. The second the gyro went in, it split the whole fight up on that ramp. And the Clinks goes one way. The Enigma had to blink out to not get pulverized. That's how he ended up on the low ground eventually. And the Darkseer was in the middle. So your cores just got basically pincered out by an aggressive blink of Watson, knowing how strong he is. He's really playing these fights to a T.
It sounds like the Yandex has put a lot of pressure on Heroic, and Heroic has fumbled quite often under that pressure.
I would agree with that. And I also think it's the way to play against this kind of lineup. You want to play in a way where you are putting pressure on these high execution team fight wombo combo lineups, Don't let them just plan the fight, go on you, set it up how they want. Just jump in there. Chaos is created. Cores have to split up. They don't want to fight some BKB gyro. And then the fight is already very disorganized. And Heroic do not want a disorganized fight.
No.
So I think Yandex are doing a very nice job identifying this and just placing this massive burden on Heroic to somehow find a vacuum, find a multi-hero black hole when the fight is already super split up. That's awkward.
All right, they got a little bit of time still to work with. They recently picked up an amp damage in the bottle for Watson. So they've got a little window of time here where they have Aegis and amp damage to try and force a fight, which I assume is going to be pushing into high ground. I doubt Heroic are willing to take an engagement any other way.
You absolutely force this fight. Your gyro is out of control right now, especially with the 2 lives and a refresher shard in his backpack. That's effectively 3 lives. You could even just smoke up through this top lane, place a ward, and take the fight deep in heroic space. You should not care about where this fight happens, just who it happens on.
Trying to get the information once again. Making fights so they're not straightforward. Diving inside the base. Didn't find anything initially. Now they catch Whisper, though. Whisper trying to surge away. Still has a pipe to go through. Got the vacuum. Got the where's the black hole? The follow-up. The rest of the team, it was a 4-man stack, but Tai Lung wasn't ready to go. They were pushed back by this Viper. And so, despite it being a beautiful vacuum,
I can't blame them for that one.
Yeah.
Viper's just zoning the whole team. Like, he can't push through that. Too many things to tag his blink. Very close to refresher as well. Do not want to go down right now. It was the forced fight that I think was fine for Yandex. Just didn't get what they were looking for. There's the Enigma refresher. But again, you're doing it into the Wind Waker on the Wind Ranger, the Snowball Save, the Aegis, and the Satanic BKB that can be refreshed off the second life here. So you need to catch multiple heroes. You can't just all in this gyrocopter. It hit Klink's 25, by the way. So that kill on the Viper was pretty valuable. He did take Searing Arrow multi-shot and is close to Ags. These would be some big upgrades for Heroic.
Yeah, you get that Ags combined with the Burning Barrage. This black hole could be devastating. See how fast that shot. Black Cannon on in. Watson.
Ooh, look at the deeps.
Yeah, he's just taking out these buildings so quickly, forcing Heroic. And again, it's that awkward position of like, do we go? Waiting for the Darkseer to come back up. Just trying to force mistakes out of Heroic.
Just gotta be careful of the tossbacks.
Got the BKB pulverized and it completely dismantles Heroic. Caught the Enigma, and with one fell swoop, the fight is just over, man.
God. The TPS coming out of this Drinking Buddies gyro, critting people with Swift Blink in. What an initiation from Malik. No hesitation.
And they're going to hit the vacuum wall, but Whisper simply cannot do it alone. Heroic will call it GG, and Yandex will take the series 3-1.
That game was a lot closer than the other Enigma game. Some of those fights could absolutely have gone Heroic's way, but Yandex are just playing with authority, confidence, putting the burden of execution onto Heroic every time. They're not afraid of just going in. We saw it time and time again. Watson just blinking into the team. That last fight, Malik, he just goes in. He sees Enigma, no worry. I'm going to go in, I'm going to pulverize this guy. The fight is going to be good because there's no turnaround potential. We never even got a black hole in that last fight. I think a lot of people are going to question the Heroic drafts in this series in terms of, was this the direction to go after mixed success in the group stage, playing different stuff? They went to this Enigma, burst the Viper multiple times. Such a scary hero